My name's Mark, I'm the producer, ex-IO Interactive developer and IDOS developer before that.
Hi, I'm Lee, I'm one of the developers here. I've been making games for about 18 years. Most recently I was in charge of level design and all sorts of design on the new Hitman game. And this is Mutant Year Zero, Road to Eden. It's the first time we're publicly showing it. So quite exciting for us.
Yeah.
So we'll start with a small cinematic introduction to the game world for you to watch, so you can get a bit more into the characters and into the world, and then we'll start a level.
Yeah. Just go into that now. Let that play for you.
Of course the world ends. You did it to us. When the ice melted, you said nothing. When the plague spread, you did nothing. When the nukes dropped, you became nothing. At least that's what the Elder says. But cheer up. You'll be happy to know that despite your mistakes, life remains. In a small settlement high above a raging river, people are living and thriving. We call it the Ark. The Ark is humanity's last outpost, a lonely island in an ocean of chaos. Within these walls, we help each other create a new civilization on the ruins of the old one, with the guidance of our leader, the Elder. The Elder tells us we're safe as long as we never leave, because outside these walls lies the Zone, the never-ending wasteland. A mass grave spanning the planet, littered with your crumbling monuments to your hubris and arrogance. What the Elder chooses not to tell us is our food and water supplies are running dangerously low. That's why he relies on stalkers, adventurers who leave the Ark, explore the Zone, and scavenge for precious resources. Stalkers are tough enough to resist the rot, and they got the smarts and the firepower to keep the Zone ghouls at bay. Stalkers have to be more than human. That's me, Mr. More Than Human, aka a mutant. I look weird to you, but hey, you look weird to me. So let's leave it at that. If the Stalkers come back from the Zone alive, the Ark survives another day. If the Stalkers don't come back, the legacy of mankind will be lost forever. At least, that's what the Elder says.
Alright, so I'm just going to go into the game. Lee, can you explain to us where we are currently in the game?
So, welcome to the woods, somewhere in Sweden, or the Zone, as our characters like to call it. And we have Selma, Dux, and Barman, who are out on an adventure. And if you could just pause the game a second, Mark, and we can. So here we're playing a level which is around mid-game, I would say.
Yeah.
It's about that. And we're here to recover a powerful generator, which can generate electricity, which we want to take back to our Ark, because that will be very useful for us. And we've learnt about this generator from a level we were in previously, an old bunker complex, which had just been raided by a ghoul clan who slaughtered everybody. But we managed to find a survivor down there who told us all about the ghouls and how they killed everyone and stole the magical light-giving generator and took it up north to this ghoul camp called the Lair of the Horned Devil. So that's where we are now, where we're going to go and take the generator for ourselves.
Yep. So let's just head over there. Just going to go towards where the entrance to the camp is. This is the ghoul base. Oh, don't worry about that. We'll ignore that for now.
This is it. The Lair of the Horned Devil. Never seen the Horned Devil, but
Oops.
I hear he's a handful.
Yeah, real barrel of laughs. Butchering settlements for fun.
They just mess with the wrong goddamn stalkers. We can't let them slaughter another settlement. This ends right here, right now.
So the game has a lot of real-time exploring, so looking for new items to help you progress.
Cool. The straggler.
Yeah.
Finding your environmental storytelling, notes you can pick up that give you hints at hidden locations and things along those lines. But for now we're going to attack this camp and get this generator.
Yeah, so let's head into the camp. I'm just going to look at the main entrance quick.
Listen, we're not up to this right now. Disengage.
So you can see this isn't probably the best way to get into the camp. There's a large ominous figure stood on the bridge. No cover to get into, and there's a big light, so we're really easily spotted there. Usually a sign of possible danger is electricity, because electricity is quite a rare occurrence in the zone, so if it's there, it's probably well guarded.
Yeah, we're building the game as like a tactical
Spot anything?
adventure game.
Nothing. No one comes. No one dares come here and challenge us. Yeah, we strong. We got metal giants. Oh, be quiet. Enough of you. Get back to your post.
So we have a small encounter here with two enemies, and as you can see around the Howler Ghoul, this big white ring. So this is how we communicate what the enemy can hear and see. And if you get caught within the ring, then tactical combat will begin, where the enemy has the first turn, which will leave you in a bad tactical position. But you can also, outside the ring, start ambush at any time, where you will enter tactical combat where you get the first turn.
Yeah, so I'm going to do that now, because I want to get rid of the Howler Ghoul. I didn't go into cover there. I need to move into cover quick.
The Howler Ghoul is quite nasty because, as you can see, she has this big trumpet on her back. So when she gets a turn, she will blow the trumpet, it's like a ghoul war cry, which will cause new ghouls to arrive to the combat scene and enter the battle. So you'll end up with reinforcements spawning into the fight, and you don't really want that. So we use our stealth weapons on two of our characters, Selma and Dux, to silently take down the Howler Ghoul without anybody noticing, so we can just get rid of her.
So I'm going to bring... Oh, I brought Baum in there. That's all right.
Yeah, he's got a very noisy gun, so we should probably...
Yeah, I'm going to bring Dux here instead. Now, I'm not putting him into cover at the moment, because I'm pretty certain that these ghouls aren't much of a problem. There's two guys here.
Yeah,
for some reason, I know that they're there. So I'm just going to use a mutation. Of course, a game called Mutant would have some mutations in it. Now, Dux has got this Mothwings mutation, which will give me 100% crit chance if I'm higher, because I've got a high ground advantage here. So, still not enough to get the Howler Ghoul, but I must kill her with the next move. So Bormin has got a shot in his... Now the other guy's going to hear me regardless, so I'm going to use this loud weapon. It doesn't matter to me.
That's kind of okay, because we've only got one ghoul to deal with, whereas if she survived, she would call in reinforcements and we would have many ghouls to deal with.
Yeah.
So
this guy's coming. He's pretty small fry. And for some reason we know he's the only one in this little area here. But normally we'd have to be very careful, because there could be other ghouls that we haven't spotted that might just join the battle.
You would sneak around a lot more and see if you could see anybody else.
Let's get rid of this guy.
So he's got a really good position, the pistol ghoul, because he's hiding in a high cover, so he's almost impossible to hit unless you can flank him.
I'm going to have a go at him. I'm pretty certain I can get him.
61?
So, yeah, I'm going to just...
let's try 61.
Oh, I haven't reloaded with this. That's really good. Schoolboy error there.
Okay, Matt. You could grenade him.
Yeah, let's grenade him. I put Borman into Overwatch. So what I'm going to do with Selma, I'm going to remove his grenade. His grenade.
Yeah.
And he used the cover, so it's been a long day. It's probably going to remove Borman's cover. Yep.
There we go. It's okay, because now you can take him out with Bowman.
Yeah, let's just get rid of him.
Oh, 50%. Let's get closer.
Let's get close. He hasn't got any cover. So.
Yeah, Bowman's only got very short range weapons here.
I could have put him in Overwatch.
Now he's in Overwatch.
I'm not playing very smart here, am I? But let's just get rid of him.
It's alright.
He can take the shot. It doesn't matter to me. He's a pathetic little pistol ghoul.
Here we go.
Let's get rid of him. I want rid of this guy. Still going. Alright.
The ghoul that just won't die. There we go.
Just do it over here, yeah. And he's reloaded, so he should be alright. We can get him a new weapon shortly.
Don't even think you're
Okay, that's him out of the picture. Because we want to just go for a couple of bits before we get into the fight proper. So they're just leveled up there.
Yeah, so talking about leveling up, how we handle progression in the game is a little bit different. So as you level up, your group will gain points that you can use to buy mutations. And then when you've got the mutations, they're split into 3 groups. We have major, minor, and passive. And as you can see, in major we have 2 for Soma, minor we have 3, and passive we have 3. And at any point during real time, you can switch around which mutations are currently going to be active in tactical. Because different combinations of major, minor, and passive will be more useful against certain enemy types. And also for certain environmental things. So for example, if you're going into a bunker map, there's no point Duck's taking his Mothwing mutation with him because you can't really fly anywhere.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're fighting, say, robotic units, you might want to change your mutations to kind of match to be more useful against robots rather than flesh enemies.
Yeah, like the circuit breaker here.
Yeah.
And then Dux has a high ground. Sorry, Dux has a high ground specialist passive mutation here, which we'll come to in a second. Because I think we're going to choose him to be the sniper. And I think there's a nice weapon in here. Of course, all games with adventure themes have to have chests to find items, and this is no exception. We'll just take this out of here. Okay, so I'm going to nip back to the Ark and pick up some stuff before we go into the battle proper. So let's do that now. So where do we do that? To the world map.
Let's head to the Ark. So the Ark is the home for the mutants. It's where they all live, and it's the only safe place that they know in the zone. But it's a bit of a weird place as the Ark as well, because it's run by this guy called the Elder, and he's the only person in the whole Ark who is not mutated at all. He's completely human. He's also quite old, and he seems to know quite a lot about the zone, more than what you would think he should know. So there's some exploring to do in the game to figure out, you know, the truth about what's really been going on.
Yeah.
But we won't spoil that for anyone.
We'll leave that, I think, until another time.
Yeah.
So-
Spoil it another time.
We'll spoil it another time, yeah. Delta's workshop. This is in the Ark. This is the home of the mutants, as Lee just explained. There's a workshop here run by Delta, and you can bring weapons to her and upgrade them and modify them.
And we want it to be a little bit more interesting with the upgrades and modifying you can do to your weapons. So, of course, we have modifiers and upgrades that allow you to get a better chance to hit or a better range and things like that. But we also have a lot of modifiers for fun things, like adding fire to your bullets, so that when you fire a shot you can do damage over time by adding fire to an enemy, or a modification for a gun which allows for knockback. So when you shoot an enemy, they'll be knocked back a couple of tiles, so they can be knocked off high places or into water and things like that. And we love playing around with things like that because it's just a bit more interesting.
Yeah, and then we got Prip's Bar. Now, all adventure games require some sort of tavern or bar. Otherwise, we'd have no really good way of getting quests or information assigned to us.
So Prips is an interesting character. He owns the bar, and he also has this side business of dealing in what we call artifacts. And artifacts are items you can find out in the zone, which are stuff from our time which is still working. This could be anything from an old beer fridge to a radio or a lawnmower.
All sorts of stuff. Old hot computer, whatever.
Yeah, whatever you can find in the zone that still works, you bring it to Prips. And then he will exchange it for what we call a group bonus. He's quite well connected in the Ark, so you bring him artifacts and he can do you some favours. And that's presented like a tree for your group, and you can progress through that and do everything from upgrade grenade damage to upgrade the amount of health packs you're allowed to have, or equipment slots, or all these big bonuses that affect the entire group.
So then, Elder's room. We just explained who the Elder is. You can go and visit him, and he explains more about the world as you go through the game. Now we're going to Iridia's market. Now Iridia, she used to be the top of the stalkers in the Ark. Now she's got old and she's got sick because of the zone, the toxic world around her. There's a zone rot, and the zone rot has basically made her sick. So she now runs the store of the Ark. Going to buy a couple of things. I'm going to buy this because it's a bit of a cheap weapon that we can use if we get into trouble, because the game is quite deterministic. So if we have a 75% hit chance and we go for it, it's still at 25% and we might get into trouble. Dev teams had a few problems when we've been trying to demo it, because we're not 100% ready for the outcome of some of the battles, because it takes us by surprise in a good way.
You can buy my hat as well, mate.
I'm going to buy the Aristo helm. Yeah, it's because all games like they need a set of hats. I guess that's the norm nowadays. Yeah. I'm also going to buy another grenade because Selma used a grenade up, so I'm going to buy another one. All right, let's go back to the Ark, and then let's leave the Ark and go to the camp. Now, you might have noticed that it's called the Lair of the Horned Devil, but in the old days, in the ancient times, our time basically, it used to be a kids' holiday camp. And they call it the Horned Devil because there's a big cartoon picture of a moose, and they don't know what that is. They think it is a demon of some kind.
Yeah, we like to play around with this in the game. The stalkers finding stuff from the old days and misunderstanding what it is or what it was for.
Yeah.
I think I like the radio artifact, where it's like an old ghetto blaster, and they get a bit scared of it because they think it's a bomb because it's called the boombox. Yeah. We like to play around with those things.
Oh, come on, guys. Just trying to bring them along. So, yeah, a little bit of a save load bug here. Normally we would resume a little bit closer to where we were before when we had left the map.
Gives us some time to talk, mate.
Yeah.
Of course, in the zone you can find, like we got the hat we bought from the shop, but out in the zone you can find all sorts of different outfits and hats which will give you various passive bonuses which will help you in the tactical game.
I'm going to equip those now, I think. I just also want to say about the persistence, you can see that the enemies are no longer there. I think also the environment should be still destroyed, but that's not working in this demo. I'm just going to go into the inventory now, and this is probably the map I've just gone in. There's shortcuts to these, you see. Inventory. I'm going to give Selma that grenade. Let's give her the normal explosive grenade. And in Borman, I'm going to give him this...
The big C4.
C4, just in case. Because he'll have a hard time...
the state switcher for the duck.
The game
I'm going to turn the duck into more of a sniper character now.
Yeah. So let's give the duck... This gives him a high level bonus as well.
A high ground advantage.
Yeah, high ground advantage. And if you remember, in the mutations list for ducks, he has a high ground specialist. So we kind of set him up to be a really good sniper.
Okay, I didn't sign up for this. We're in Ghoul's Central Station, people. You didn't listen to me. You should have listened to me.
Alright, I'm going to just take a little time just to talk about splitting up and regrouping. You can actually split them up at any time in real-time mode and position them where you want. You can also hide them and prepare them for ambushing an enemy. There's a straggler there of the ghoul camp. So what we want to do is we want to position ourselves in a place that will allow us to take him out silently and without bringing the rest of the camp into the battle. We want to kind of have the advantage by positioning our characters properly.
Yeah. So positioning and hiding is super important when you come to an encounter, because you really want to scope around and find enemies on their own that you can take down silently without anyone noticing. But you also want to find tactical positions which are super strong for you. It could be some high ground or some really good cover that you want to leave a character in, so that when you do the ambush of the main encounter, the big fight, you're in a really good position.
Yeah, you'll often find the stragglers are sort of quite close to somewhere that you'll get a good advantage. So you can get rid of the guards, you can go in and infiltrate. Okay, I'm just going to explain what I've done. So I put the two guys with the stealth weapons at the front. Borman I've left behind at the back because he's only got loud weapons equipped at the moment, so he can just sit and read a book or eat a cake or whatever he wants to do. Okay, so I'm ready to fight now. So let's use ducks. He's got a silent crossbow, so that should do a good deal of damage to that guy. And then Selma, she's got a silenced pistol, so I should get a good chance of just getting rid of this guy without any problems. Nice.
Nicely done, mate.
Mess with the wrong girl.
So let's just bring everybody back.
Over here.
See what else we've got. Anybody else?
Another straggler there. Let's just mow him down, but quietly. I don't want to bring anybody else into the battle.
Not yet, anyway.
No, not at all. So let's use Selma with her silenced pistol.
Do you really suck? That's all you got?
Again, I'm just leaving Borman behind. He'll have his part to play soon. It's just I don't want to bring the rest of the camp up. I did that on an earlier playthrough and it was hard work.
Nobody gets to kill you but me.
And we also have a bit of a plan I want to formulate. Like Lee said, we want to position the characters in places that give us the best advantage. So I'm taking Duck, who's now designated a sniper because of his abilities and equipment, somewhere nice and high. This van we passed just a little bit earlier.
This is a good place.
Good overview of the camp. Then I'm going to get Selma, and she's got a really big plasma weapon on her back. So what I can do with her is I'm going to put her in a position where she can support the others. So I'm going to put her here. And in Borman, I have a special plan for him. Do you remember that there was two guys talking about a large metal man or a metal man? Well, yeah, let's have a little look. Maybe in the biggest building there could be something large. We'll see.
The ghouls got
Oh,
themselves
there you
a
are.
machine of their own.
So now we know why the ghouls wanted the generator, to try and power up an ancient war machine that they found. And early on in the game we found the instruction manual for this robot, which told us if we put disk A in drive B, the robot's programming will be reset and it will attack anything. So that's what we'll do.
Yeah,
Because it's going to be much, much better for us if the robot is attacking the ghouls and us, rather than he's just attacking us on his own.
yeah. We want to try and get the ghouls in between us and him, so they chip away at each other.
You said the
And we got a better
generator
chance.
would bring this giant to life. Did you lie to me?
No, no lie, Grey One. Only truth, big truth. Just need a little more time.
You sound like you want to die. Do you want to die?
No, no, you the chief, Grey One. You the hot tamale. I'll get this metal man alive. Trust me.
So I'm just moving Borman around here. I'll explain why in a second. Do you remember the big guy that we saw on the bridge? Well, he's there. And Borman, he has a stone skin ability at the moment, which we can use to take the shots of the enemies and drive them away from the other two guys. So I've got Borman here ready to be like a tank and draw enemy fire. Ducks here is a high ground position ready for sniping. And then we've got Selma here, and she'll come in really useful with Overwatch or whatever she needs to do to support the other two. So we haven't got everybody in the same spot, otherwise we're going to be in a lot of trouble. Okay, so I'm going to start now. Let's activate Borman. His ranged weapon probably hasn't got enough range to hit these guys, but shall we just talk about these quick?
About the ghouls really quickly that we have here. So we have the rifle ghoul. They like to keep a medium kind of distance and take shots at you. They can hit quite hard with their rifles, so it can be a bit dangerous. Then we have the heavy ghoul, the most dangerous ghoul of all. So he's just going to smash through covers and hunt you down relentlessly. And he has a special attack where he can knock you down for a couple of turns. So you'd be down unconscious, which is quite nasty in this type of game.
Yeah, because the enemies can take pot shots at you when you're down.
And then we have
the Pyro Ghoul, right?
Yeah, the Pyro Ghoul, he just really loves fire. So
yeah,
he's got like this massive sack of Molotov cocktails that he's just going to continually keep throwing at you, which is really bad for us because fire can do damage over time. So
I'm just going to give Borman his stone skin ability. This will make him immune to damage to one shot. Still can get knocked over, but still he'll not get any damage.
And in the distance we have the grey one.
Well, can we see Grey One?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So she's the leader of this particular ghoul clan. She has a really big energy weapon on her back, which she'll try to keep her distance and pick you off when you're not paying attention.
She will kill you if she gets her sights on you.
Yeah.
So let's. Well, I can't hit anybody with my ranged weapons with Born, but what I'm going to do, I'm going to chuck a grenade over here to do a few things. I want to hurt the Pyro Ghoul, of course. I don't want him to be happy. I want to hurt him. I want to draw enemies to Borman so they know he's there. And I also want to remove any kind of cover he's got to drive him down a little bit. So let's have a little look. This is the normal explosive grenade, wasn't it? Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so Ducks, activate him. Swap to the state switcher like a handheld railgun. Pathetic chance on the Pyro Ghoul. Grey one, not so bad, but guaranteed damage on the Rifle Ghoul. I'm going to go for him.
Make a move.
give him a headache. That's woke everybody up now. The whole camp is awake.
So everyone knows you're here now, Mark. But you're okay. You've got the advantage.
Yeah.
So is your plan properly?
Yeah. So I got 75%. Sometimes I'll miss this. Let's give it a try.
Oh,
lovely.
Nice shot.
Lovely. Because it's deterministic. So that 25%, it would have changed the playthrough completely. It's never the same playthrough twice. Excuse me. So here he comes.
The big pain.
Yeah. It's knocked Borman out. So Borman's out for this next round. Grey One's activating the robot.
Target DNA CF has corrupted. Factory settings restored. All humanoids must be eliminated.
So I guess she's realised now that something's not quite right with the robot.
He said it's been restored, factory settings. So she's having to go in now. So hopefully now the robot and Grey One and the other ghouls over there will keep each other busy. Now the rifle ghoul nearest to me is just taking cover in there with Overwatch. So if I go past his line of fire, I'm going to get hit. So I'm going to move Selma over here.
I don't think he can see you.
And then I'm going to, I think, get a grenade. And I'm going to, I love taking away stuff from the ghoul. So I'm going to chuck this grenade over at this guy, take away his cover, give him a bit of a headache at the same time. That'll teach him. There we go. Now Ducks, good shot on heavy ghoul, pyro ghoul, rifle ghoul.
Ooh, I would hit the heavy ghoul. We need to start chipping him down because he's going to be causing chaos otherwise.
Giving us a headache, yeah. Giving Borman a headache. Oh, and of course to add insult to injury, the pyro ghoul's throwing Molotovs at Borman. So I'm going to take Borman on a revenge, I think, with that guy next. The rifle ghoul again being annoying.
He's trying to flank you.
Grey One's taking cover. But she took cover over there. It's not far away enough from the shot of the robot. So the heavy ghoul's down there. Now we've used the moth wings earlier. I'm going to use it once more, just to give me a high ground advantage on the heavy ghoul, even higher than I had before.
Proper critical, 100%. Yes.
Good chance of critical. Yeah. So he's nearly out of the game, which is good. So Selma, where's that rifle ghoul gone? He went over here, didn't he?
He's trying to flank you over there. So
I'm going to go in the house.
Yeah. It's not an Overwatch, is it? So
I'm going in here.
And I'll put Selma on Overwatch with a big gun. Yeah.
Done. So Borman, he needs to, I think, want to get to this guy, but as you can see, I've got a pathetic hit chance here, and that's my range of movement at the moment. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to use an ability called Run and Gun, which lets me use both action points. So I can use the sprint, of course, that's 2 action points, but then I got the chance to shoot again. Oh, that's Grey One, but she's missed.
Yeah, she likes to keep in the distance here. We'll see her later.
So this weapon's got a knockback. I'm going to give it a try. Yes, and it worked. And he's dead. You should never carry these things in your pocket. Molotovs, bad for your health. Oh, and our Overwatch didn't work. He's going to come for her. And that idiot's going to take a shot at her.
Oh, that's just dirty.
Yeah, she's going to suffer. This is not fun with this guy. What's he doing? Oh, it's Grey One having to go at the robot. The camera's a little stuck, that's all. Yeah. To show off destruction, of course, the robot's running around destroying everything. Which is cool.
I think it's coming for you now, mate.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Ah, dear. Alright. So here we go. So we've got Grey One over here. I'm going to whack Borman into Stone Skin again. She's not in Overwatch according to this, so it should be alright. I can just move him over here. And of course, toilet cover is very good cover. Well, it's alright. It's high cover. Put him into Overwatch. Maybe I can use a grenade. That's the big bad really big one.
Yeah.
Should I do that? Yeah. It's guaranteed hitting her at least. 50% of what she's got left.
Okay, so what we got now, Mark? There's a bit of trouble over in that corner.
Rifle Ghoul is a headache.
85.
Yeah, I want to go for the Rifle Ghoul.
Start
Do you know?
Yeah.
Oh, I can kill Grey One.
Can you? Have you got enough range? Yeah, take the shot.
Let's get rid of her.
Yeah.
That Rifle Ghoul's going to be a headache though. Good, she's down. She's a real pain if she's running around with that plasma weapon.
Yeah, you really need to prioritise who you're shooting at. Not just based on position, but based on who they are.
Ah.
Okay, so we lost Selma. That's
a headache.
Bad news for us. And he's going nuts. Okay.
Well, he's done a bit. Oh, what's he going to try this?
think it's coming for you now, mate. Yeah. Okay.
Alright, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get well away from these guys. And
But can you finish the heavy ghoul though?
Yeah, I can.
This is your choice. Do you stay here and finish the heavy ghoul, or?
Well, the robot takes one turn to charge his weapon, so I'm confident he's not going to hit me this time round. This guy.
It's a dangerous move, but yeah.
This guy's a bit of a dickhead, so I'm going to get rid of him.
Alright.
Okay, so Bormin needs to go and help Selma out.
We've got a robot to deal with. Okay.
Yeah, but the robot, I think we can manage. We just need to get that rifle ghoul. He's on fire. Yeah. It's alright, Robo. Alright. Where is Selma?
You could rescue Selma. When a character's bleeding out, if you can apply a med pack to them, they will come back to life. But you've only got 3 turns to do it in.
Let's put him here. I could have maybe used a run and gun. Alright, I need to get this duck out of here. Alright.
Yeah, there's going to be a big explosion next turn, so you really want to move.
Can't see this where this is going. Okay.
Is that enough space, mate?
Hopefully.
I don't think it is.
Should I move him further away?
Yeah, I would go other side of that wall. Yeah. There we go.
Go through that window there. Alright. So I've not got much of shooting going on here. Rifle Ghoul seems to be happy to be burning to death, but I guess he's worried about the big bot.
Okay.
Alright, so let's find Bormin. Let's get Selma healed. Are we within range? Ah, just out of range. I need to take a move and do it. It's okay, I can do it.
Ah, but you're leaving yourself exposed
yeah,
to the
stone skin then.
Yeah.
And we're going to come in and save Selma because I need her to take out the robot, I think. She'll be really useful for that. So you got 2, yes, he's got 2 action points, so I can just move him there. I'll put him partial cover here. Oh, Rifle Ghoul's in Overwatch. Doesn't matter though, because Bormin can accept any damage at this point and he'll be immune to it.
Yeah, because using stone skin. Okay, there we go.
Oh, she's going to come out of cover now, the healer. But he's still got stone skin on.
But now you can both take care of that pesky Rifle Ghoul.
Yeah. What I'm going to do with Dux, he hasn't got a good shot on this guy here, but I can put him here.
And then he will have.
Use Circuit Breaker on him, maybe.
Ah, yeah.
So I'm going to just use Circuit Breaker, which is Dux is one of his abilities. And it means that he can disable a robotic or mechanical enemy for 1 turn. So it works a bit like an EMP. So let's just try that. 75%. Yeah, could have missed it, but still, it's alright. Good. Now, Selma, let's get... What do we do? Should we get revenge on this guy?
Yeah, I think you should use Selma to take the cover off that Rifle Ghoul. Okay. And then have Bormin finish him off.
I'm going to put Selma here, and I'm going to put her into Overwatch.
Are you sure about that?
No, I don't know.
I would definitely
put her here.
Grenade his cover.
Alright, let's put her here and then try and grenade his cover because I'm sick of him in his stupid cover. She hasn't got any.
Oh.
So I'm going to put him into Overwatch. He's probably going to go for the big bot. Oh, he absorbed it anyway with his stone skin.
Okay.
Alright, so...
you need to flank him somehow, unless Borman's got a grenade.
I think Borman might have a grenade in his pocket. Let's have a little look. It's got the big bada boom. That's a sort of debug one. I don't want to use that. I want to play it as fair as possible.
Alright, you need to flank that Rifle Ghoul.
Yeah.
Somehow.
I'm going to stick him out in the open. He can take a shot from the Rifle Ghoul. I'm going to put him to Overwatch.
Okay.
Now, Dux.
Right. Let's get some damage dealt on this big robot while he's...
While he's held there. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
100%.
I did that. What do you think about
Good.
that, huh?
Selma, go for this guy.
Time to kick some ass. Serves you right.
Fortunate plant placement there. So.
Oh, maybe our stone skin's worn off.
3 damage though, it's alright, I can survive that. Shame he hasn't got the charge ability because we could have knocked through that tree. That's a weedy shot from
Worst
Bormin.
Overwatch shot.
Is he going to go for the ghoul though? He's going to go for the ghoul.
I think he could be going for all 3 of you, mate.
Okay, so let's get Selma. I think Selma's got a good chance of just shooting the bot here.
Yeah.
Actually, I tell you what, we might be able to kill the bot and kill the guy that's next to him.
Yeah, because robots explode when they die, so...
Yeah, this guy is no exception.
That could actually work pretty well. Here we go.
I can't use that. I said I wouldn't. Let's use Selma. Dux can actually go for
you
the
can
bot.
move. You can move closer.
Yeah.
And then see what's... you're still out of range. Okay. You take the 50-50?
Yeah, let's take a 50-50 shot with Dux.
Okay, here we go. 50-50.
Nobody gets to kill you but
Yes.
Okay.
Will Selma actually do it?
Oh,
Nearly.
Bowman can probably on his next turn.
Alright, let's put... she got 2 moves left, right? Yeah, I'm going to just take the shot from here.
Yeah, that should be.
If I'm dying,
Alright, he's pretty much finished.
Okay.
If the rifle ghoul shoots him...
And he actually killed himself. There we go, yes.
That's all she wrote.
Perfect. And then straight back into build.